Our first lesson in our unit of right triangle trig is on special right triangles. Now this lesson is going to be super important whenever it comes to some topics in Math 3. In Math 3, one of the things that you're going to learn about is the unit circle. And this is a prerequisite for even beginning to understand the unit circle. So we have two types of special right triangles. And the first one we're going to focus on is the isosceles right triangle. And our objective today is going to be to find the lengths of all three sides of an isosceles right triangle when we're given the length of one side. So, by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to find out what is the length of this side, the other leg, the hypotenuse, and in this one, if I know the hypotenuse, what's the length of the other legs? Now let's review. In a right triangle, of course you've got the right angle, but if I'm isosceles, then I know that I have at least two congruent sides. But then also, the isosceles triangle theorem says that my base angles are congruent. Now, with that being said, because I know that my base angles are congruent, that means that they have the same measure. So not only am I going to be able to find the length of all three of the sides, but I also know something about my angles. So the triangle sum theorem says that the sum of your three angles all add to 180 degrees. So if these two angles, we'll call them A, have the same measure, then A plus 90 has to equal 180. A and A is 2A. 2A plus 90 equals 180. Minus the 90 from the 180, so 2A equals 90. Half of 90 is 45. So an isosceles right triangle is always going to have angle measures of 45 degrees. So it is a special right triangle, and it's also known as a 45, 90-degree angle. So in this investigation, you are going to be learning about how to figure out, or you're going to be noticing things about the lengths of the sides and being able to find out and use what you notice without having to do so much work, using what you notice to figure out the lengths of all three of the sides.